Good morning students, welcome back to this session. In the previous class I have discussed you about the small scale industries. Small scale industries plays a very important role for the economic growth of a country. We have seen that land reform was also discussed in the previous class, and with the help of small scale industries the unemployment situation was decreased. People were getting jobs during an off season of agricultural cultivation. Farmers who are without jobs got the jobs with the help of the small scale industries. And I also just told you about that with the help of small scale industries, the growth of economical sector took place. We had many of the benefits of the small scale industries which we discussed in the previous class, and you all understood that small scale industries is very important, as with the large scale industries, small scale industries also required very less amount of money, which is less than 1 crore. So here with this small introduction about the previous class, today I am going to start a very important topic of today's class, that is Green Revolution. Have you heard about Green Revolution, students? You all know that the first chapter when I went, I told about the statistics for economics, which was very small, very introduction class about the statistics for economics. Subject economics is a very vast, a very big encyclopedia. Okay, we need to understand many of your concepts in clear. So now I am talking about this chapter which is related to Indian economy since 1950s. Okay, so after independence, what was the condition of Indian economy? So now your first thing we had, when I told you about the land reform, you have understood that how the changes were brought in the cultivation of land, because zamindars were having acres of land, and that was seeding on land holdings was done by the government, and there was a cultivation of agricultural crops. So then I told you about the 5-year plan, objectives of the 5-year plan. When I discussed about the objectives of the 5-year plan, the first 5-year plan was under the cultivation of agricultural crops. So under the cultivation of agricultural crops, very important thing came into existence: Green Revolution. What do you mean by revolution? Changes. The revolution is spectacular changes. Green, there are many kind of revolution: green revolution, yellow revolution, blue revolution, golden revolution. All these are different revolutions which we will be discussing in the coming different topics with the help of in the different classes. Here today I am going to discuss you about the green revolution. What is green revolution? Green revolution means a spectacular increase in the agricultural production. What is green revolution? Spectacular means what? A sudden increase, a continuous increase, a revolutionary increase, sudden. A spectacular increase, a sudden increase in the cultivation of agricultural crops is called as green revolution. So, green revolution which was took place, this spectacular increase in the mid of 1960s. Okay, in the mid of 1960s, there was a spectacular increase in the cultivation of agricultural crops, and how the growth took place during 1960s we are going to discuss. So green revolution is increase in the cultivation of agricultural crops. Or what kind of increase in the cultivation of agricultural crops? Spectacular increase in the cultivation of agricultural crops. That is a sudden increase in the cultivation of agricultural crops with the use of high yielding variety of seeds. How this was possible? By the use of high yielding variety of seeds, which is also called as HYV seeds. HYV seeds are very important. HY by the use of high yielding variety of seeds. Use of high yielding variety of seeds, spectacular increase means spectacular increase in cultivation of agricultural crops. So this high yielding variety of seeds, HYB seeds, were used especially in the two agricultural land, that was wheat and rice. As I told you, when there was, during the land reform time, farmers, when there was no land reform, when there was no saying on the land holdings, farmers were discouraged when we were importing. India being an agricultural country, we were importing agricultural commodity from the foreign country. This was not liked. People were not ready to accept this, getting agricultural commodity from foreign country like America. So here, then land reform came and change in the cultivation of agricultural crops took place. So here what happens, when this green revolution took place, they used the seeds, a very high variety of seeds were used. So this high variety of seeds, especially this project was started, green revolution first it was started with the two seeds, that is first was wheat and rice. What is wheat? Wheat flour. Okay, then rice, what you will put. So with the help of these two seeds, wheat and with the help of the rice and wheat, this high yielding variety of seeds, cultivation of agricultural crops was done. So they used here to start this high yielding variety of seeds by in the field of wheat and rice. It required more fertilizers and pesticides, okay, and reduce supply of water. So what happens, to start this cultivation of agricultural crops with the help of the high yielding variety of seeds, fertilizers and pesticides. What do you mean by this? What do you mean by fertilizers and pesticides? Chemicals, okay. Fertilizers and pesticides is nothing but the using chemicals for the growing of agricultural crops. So what happens, organic farming cultivation was done in India before HYB seeds came into exist. Okay, organic farming. Organic farming was done in India for the cultivation of agricultural crops. So the organic farming is using the old method of agricultural cultivation, like using the organic compost, gobar gas, using the gobar gas, and doing the natural method, using the old method instead of old method using bullock carts, and doing the cultivation of agricultural crops was the organic farming. But high yielding variety of seeds is nothing but using more chemicals and fertilizers to grow the agriculture. What I am talking here is, students, I am talking about the farmers. Farmers who do the cultivation of agricultural crops. For us, what we eat everyday food, rice, wheat, sugarcane, fruits, vegetables, and then converting that into sugar, then industries. So now I am talking only about the farmers. So these farmers were facing lot of problems, because with the help of organic farming, cultivation of agriculture was done, but it was very slow. Then sudden revolution came into exist, that was nothing but green revolution. So here what happens, high yielding variety of seedless, it required more fertilizers and chemicals. So fertilizers and pesticides is nothing but using harsh chemicals for the cultivation of agricultural crops, and these chemicals and fertilizers were used to grow the cultivation of agricultural crops. Then they started using HYB seeds. This is very costly seeds also, and which is nothing but with the help of chemicals and fertilizers. What happens when the HYB seeds were used, agricultural growth was very fast, because with the help of chemicals and fertilizers, they were growing the cultivation of agricultural crops in a very fastest way, and the growth was very fast, and we were so much self-sufficient in the agricultural production that we had a full growth of agricultural cultivation in the country, and farmers were also encouraged, and we were also importing agricultural country from foreign countries. So what happens, this using of high yielding variety of seeds require regular water, which is nothing but irrigation. Have you heard about irrigation? What is irrigation? Irrigation. Irrigation is what? Artificial supply. Supply of water for agricultural crops. Supply of water for cultivation of agricultural crops. Artificial supply of water for the cultivation of agricultural crops. Why this was required? Because using chemicals and fertilizers required regular supply of water for the cultivation of agricultural crops. So before and all, when the organic farming of cultivation of agricultural crops was done, they were just waiting for the rainwater for the cultivation of agricultural crops. What happens? Indian economy, rain was not certain. Climatic changes were taking place. So sometime what happened, when rain was coming, it was so heavy that all agricultural cultivation were washed away. And sometimes there was no rain at all and the agricultural cultivation was not done. So depending on monsoon for the cultivation of agricultural crops was not favorable, and then they started using artificial supply of water through the pumps and pipes. You can see in the agricultural land, when you go to your villages, when you go to your when you go to your natives and all. So I think so many of your parents, grandparents are staying in the villages. When you go there, you find that they have their agricultural land, or nearby they have agricultural land. They are doing the cultivation of rice, wheat, sugar canes, fruits, vegetables and all. And you can see there artificial pipes connected. Okay, pump sets connected to heavy loads of pump sets. Water is artificially supplied for the cultivation of agricultural crops. Here, there is no required for the waiting for the this one. Water rainfall to come. Artificially, the water, whenever the water is required, through the pump set, water was supplied for the cultivation of agricultural crops. So irrigation is nothing but supply of water for the agricultural crops. So the cultivation of agricultural crops was made in the high yielding variety of seeds in the mid of 1960s. This was in the mid of 1960s. This kind of agricultural supply was also done. The farmers who were benefited with the high yielding variety of seeds enabled irrigation facilities also, which I told you, and also financial support. Here, financial support. Lot of money is also required. In an organic farming, there is no requirement of any kind of chemicals and fertilizers. Here, using irrigation is not so easy. It is an artificial supply of water using more pump sets, pipes and all for the cultivation of supply of water for the cultivation of agricultural crops. Financial support is also required. So to support that chemical fertilizers, as a result, in the first phase of revolution during 1960s and 70s, the use of high yielding variety of seeds were influent to these states such as it was just and in this way the green revolution was just restricted to some of the very important states like Punjab, Andhra Pradesh, that is Punjab, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, TN. So in the first phase of 1960s to 70s, with the mid of 70s, okay. So this was restricted only to 3 states. That was, first was Punjab, next is Andhra Pradesh, TN is Tamil Nadu. So only these states were getting this benefits of green revolution, that is cultivation of agricultural crops, or a spectacular increase in the cultivation of agricultural crops. Then in the mid of 1970s and 80s, varieties of crops got the benefit of green revolution. So I told you, green revolution was started only to the cultivation of agricultural crops of wheat and rice, but it was spread to many other crops also in the mid of 1970s and 1980s. In the mid of 1980s, varieties of crops, many other crops also got benefited. not only for the wheat and not only for the cultivation of rice, this green revolution high HYV seeds were used. Many other crops also they wanted to start this HYV seeds and make more agricultural cultivation of crops. Further, the use of high yielding variety of seeds spread the green revolution. The spread of green revolution took place in the mid of 1970s and 80s. It was used to many other crops, and the spread of green revolution took place. The high yielding variety technology spread to the large states and benefited to the many of the crops. So it was so much spread that green revolution technology enabled India to achieve the self-sufficiency in the food production. So here what happens, as this green revolution was spreading, there was a spread. Spread means what? It was spread to the different parts of the country, not only to the three different states. It was spread to all over the country, and finally the green revolution was spread. The green revolution was spread throughout the country, and India became self-sufficient in the cultivation of agricultural crops as when the green revolution came into exist. So here what happens? Now we are no more under the mercy of America as the HYV seeds or any other country for meeting the food requirement. As I told you, before the land reform, we were importing the food item from America, but later on, as this green revolution came into exist, we stopped importation of agricultural commodities from the foreign country, and we ourselves started the cultivation of agricultural crops. So this is what happened. Cultivation of agricultural crops spread to different parts of the states, and in this way India became self-sufficient for the cultivation of agricultural crops. I think so, students, what I told you have understood about green revolution. I just go glance with the brief what I told you just about green revolution. Okay. So what is green revolution? First I tell you, green revolution is nothing but spectacular increase in the agricultural production during 1960s. A very spectacular, continuous increase in the cultivation of agricultural crops. Revolutionary changes, a spectacular changes, fast changes is called as revolutionary changes. So this green revolution was started because here the use of HYV seeds were used. That is nothing but HYV seeds. High yielding variety of seeds were used, especially in the wheat and the rice. And when you use this, with the help of this green revolution, fertilizers and chemicals were required. The help of regular supply of water. Regular supply of water here, irrigation in the mid of 1960s. Irrigation is nothing but the artificial supply of water for the agricultural crops. And then in the year 1970s and 80s, varieties of the crops were also benefited, and the spread of green revolution was taken place. First green revolution was limited to some very important states, and later on it was spreaded to the different part of the country also. So green revolution played a very important role for the cultivation of agricultural crops. So what you need to remember here is green revolution took place in the mid of 1960s. 1960s, after independent, green revolution was spread. It was first used only to wheat and rice. Later on 1970s, 80s, and now we are at 21st centuries. So here what happens? It was so much spread that we became self-sufficient for the cultivation of agricultural crops. India was very much backed with our own production only. We were very backed, but then this high yielding variety of seeds. This is about, I told you about how it came into existence and how it was used. But even this green revolution has many of the disadvantages. When we come with a different next topic, we will discuss about how this green revolution affected on the land, on the soil, on the farmers, and you can find that what we are using the food from the high yielding variety of seeds, it is spoiling our health also, because using HYV seeds is using chemicals and fertilizers on the food items, injecting the fruits. You can find nowadays an apple. Example, an apple. When you go to the shop, market and or vegetable market, you can find the colors of the vegetables. Something, an apple. Example, an apple is so reddish in the colors. The time you see, you feel like you wanted to eat, but as you eat that red color apple, you will not find any tasty. Same thing the without color, if the apple you can find that will be a natural apple, because injections are given at the root of the plant. At the root of the plant, the injections are being given, and even the brinjal vegetables are there. It has become so brinjal color we feel, because they are injecting the injections on the fruits and vegetables also. This is spoiling the health of the people, what we are facing every day is in life. So we are eating food 3 times, but we are not finding healthy enough. This is because of using more and more chemicals and fertilizers, but that is the disadvantage. But as green revolution came in the mid of 1960s, really it was benefiting to the country, and the spread of green revolution took place, and this was a very good change which was brought in our country to start the cultivation of agricultural crops in the fastest way. The cultivation of agricultural crops in the fastest way spread the growth of agricultural cultivation. Yes, we required, because India is very much back with technology, and then first we started using technology for the agricultural fund, and we were successful, and then this was called as green revolution. Increase in the agricultural production is called as green revolution. What is green revolution, students? They may ask you for 2 marks also. What is green revolution? Spectacular increase in the agricultural production during the mid of 1960s is called as green revolution. Which were the two agricultural products which were cultivating here? It was wheat and rice. Wheat and rice was the first where they tested the agricultural, where they tested the HYB seeds. What are the requirements of the green revolution? Using more chemicals and fertilizers, and with that supply of water, artificial supply of water is nothing but irrigation, and in this way spread of green revolution takes place. Okay students, I think so you have understood what I told you. So if you have any doubt relating to green revolution, a very important 6-mark question, you can just ask me. Okay, I think so you have understood